Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Dose by your host, Nickihanna. Woo, 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 woo. Here to give you a recap of everything RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13. And this week we're on episode 2, which is also on episode 2 of the Weekly Dose. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so the episode starts off with all the so-called eliminated queens in the pork chop doc, and they have to vote on a queen to get the chop. Now, I would be, if I was in their shoes, I would be super scared, even super scared to vote anybody off because they don't know each other like that. They just met each other. But anyway, each girl has to go up and pick a lipstick um, and to vote one of the queens out. So during the first round, there seems to be a tie between Utica Queen and Elliot with two T's. So the girls have to now go back and v rewrote, yeah, and vote again and to choose whether Elliot with two T's or Utica Queens get the chop. And unanimously, everyone chooses Elliot with two T's. So Elliot with two T's is technically eliminated at this point, but it wouldn't be RuPaul's Drag Race without a twist. And so Elliot with two T's actually joins the winning group of girls. So Elliot with two T's is joining the winning group of girls, and we find out that their main challenge is to record a rap to RuPaul's newest song, "Congratulations." They had to come up with a group number, and they have to serve two looks for the mini challenge, a daytime look and a nighttime look. Now, this is a lot. This sounds like a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy. I just don't know if I'm ready to do all that quite yet. Maybe 2 years, I might, maybe, but not right now. But let's get into the mini challenge. There's two things I love about Drag Race: the lip syncs and the fashions. And drag queens have some of the best fashions in the world. Look at me. I know this not, but this is a in-house look, but it'll do. But anyway, so I would say for the daytime look, my two top favorites was Got Mick and Simone. Even though with Simone look, I would have actually done without the cape, but I loved both of their looks. Unfortunately, Lala Ree's look was just not up to par with everyone else's, so she was my least favorite for the daytime look. For the nighttime look, um, Simone was one of my favorites. I love the hair. The hair sold it for me. I also love the earth tones, and of course, Got Mix just no fashion. Alrighty, so we are now going into the main challenge where the girls have to record their verse, perform their verse, and do a group number at the same time, right? So we have rehearsals, and we found out that Ellie with two T's is an actually professional trained dancer, but she decides not to tell any of the other queens. I think this was so smart, so smart. I wouldn't have said a goddamn thing. I wouldn't have suggested anything. I would have just played, all right, I'll follow y'all lead, and then bam, hit the stage and give the girls what they need. So fast forward to the main challenge. Um, I liked it, everyone's verse for the most part. I liked it, everyone's performance. I will say that um, Candy Muse and Gottmik had probably the worst performances. Candy Muse, I liked her verse. Her verse was great. It's just she couldn't keep up with the dance moves. And then Got Mick, I didn't find really nothing wrong with Got Mick's verse. The only issue is that her part was so short. I was like, it was like 3 seconds long. And all the other girls probably had like 10 seconds to, sing and rap. So, by default, it wasn't as good as anyone else's. But I would say my favorites from the challenge was actually Elliot with two T's and Tina. I don't know how in the hell they felt like Olivia. I could see Olivia, but definitely Simone. I was like, Simone. Now, granted, I'm fine with her, being up there because of her fashion choices, but I was like, I don't know with the performance. The performance was okay, but I just felt like uh, Elliot with Elliot with two T's brought it, and Tina's Burners their verses was much better than Simone's. I actually liked the Lala Reed's verse better than Simone's too. But Who cares what I think? It's all about what RuPaul think. And so we get into later the runway. So the runway is LeMay You Stay. Now I don't know what the hell LeMay is, but I kind of got a good sense uh, after this runway. So first up, we have Got Milk in this sea urchin. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was amazing. It was my favorite look of the night. It was just it looked just so expensive. The headpiece, the makeup, everything was top notch. So it was definitely a shoot for me, honey. So next we have Lala Ree in this very gold cover up with these gold pants. I liked it, the outfit. I really did. I I didn't really too much care for the pants because they were just a simple pair of pants. And I wish I would have seen her neck, but other than that, I think this is a nice outfit. Gold always look good on brown skin people, so I don't know why Michelle was like, "Oh my gosh, it looks so good on you." Yeah, bitch, every color look good on us. Then we have Olivia Lux in this lily pad esque lame outfit. It reminded me very much Princess and the Frog, and I liked it. I thought it was cute. I know some people was giving her some backlash because they wanted to see more shape, but who cares? I liked it. Now we have Candy Muse. Candy Muse is in this what she calls this fembot um, naughty 90 look. I'm not here for it. I don't like anything about it. I didn't like the hair. I didn't like the cover up. I didn't even like the panty. The panty looked like a big ass diaper. It looked like very unfinished and cheap. So it was not one of my favorites, unfortunately. But I love her personality. Next, we have Tina Burner in this Tin Man Wizard of Oz LeMay look. I actually loved it. I thought it was so spot on. Very New York, very out of the box. So I loved it, her look. And then we have Simone. Simone came in this boxer, ready to fight type of look. I thought this was so creative for, creative outlook on what LeMay is. And of course, Simone is a fashion girl, so she just brought you fashion. I loved it at Avalon. I loved it the braids all the way down to her feet. This was another top look for me as well. And then last we have Elliot with two T's, who what did she? Oh yeah, she wore like this tutu-esque Dance with the Stars type of look. It was okay. It was a good look. It was just I felt like compared to Got Mick, Tina's, and Simone's, it was just not up to theirs. But it was still a good look nonetheless. Nobody really had no bad looks for real except for Candy. But I would say my favorite look is definitely Got Mix with Simone right behind her. And now we are into the girls get their critiques, and we don't really care about the critiques. We just want to know who wins or who's lip syncing for their life. And so we later find out that no one is going home this episode. Go figure. This is like the second episode, no one's going home, which means the next week, none of the other girls is going to go home, which means we won't see our first eliminated girl until like 3 weeks later. I mean, since the premiere date. So I'm ready for these girls to get going. So we find out that our top two girls are Simone and Olivia. And as I said before, I do not agree. I feel like the top two girls should have been Elliot with two T's and Tina. Maybe you can switch out Tina for Olivia. I wouldn't mind, but I was like Simone. I was like her performance, her verse was just not up to pars with Tina's or Elliot or even Lala Ree's. So, but anyway, them two have to lip sync to Dua Lipa's "Break My Heart," which I love. This song, one of the best albums of 2020, in my opinion. Not better than Chromatica, but basically up there. So I agree with the winner of this lip sync. We found out the winner of the lip sync is Simone. I agree. I feel like Simone was very they both did very good, even though Olivia hair came apart. But I feel like Simone did like she just connected more with me when she lip synced, and so that's why I say she won. Um, I wouldn't want to. I would break my heart is an okay lip sync song. They both did good. I wouldn't want to lip sync to it. I would never lip sync to it, but nonetheless, Simone wins and she wins $5,000, hunty. And so she's the winner of this week's challenge as well. And so Olivia is safe. So we get a preview of what's to happen next week with the girls, the eliminated, well, not the eliminated girls, but the girls who lost their lip syncs in the premiere episode. They will also have to do a group number and battle it out for the challenge win. What are your thoughts on Drag Race so far? Are you liking season 13 better than season 12? Because season 12 sucked. I don't care what nobody else says. Are you liking season 13 better than season 12? Who are your standouts? Who do you think will get the first chop? You know, I thought Elliot with two T's would be the first one eliminated, but she brought it out this week. So who knows? Up in the air. It's anyone's game at this point. So until next week, yeah. When I put these episodes out? Wednesday. Yep. Until next Wednesday, I'll see you guys. Bye.